How is it going, everybody? Welcome back to Perfect Reload. My name is Steve, and we are here today to check out WWE 2K24 out now if you have the deluxe version, or I guess the Road to WrestleMania 40th Anniversary Extravaganza version. Regular version is coming out this Friday. We are taking a look at the Xbox Series X version. That's what I decided to pick up this year. And I played the game for a little bit so far today. Maybe a couple hours. I played a little bit into the My Rise mode for the male superstar, and then I played a couple of just exhibition matches. I think the plan for the video today is we're going to check out one of the new match types, the ambulance match, and then I figure we'll hop into that WrestleMania showcase mode because I haven't seen that yet, and I'm kind of curious. But you know, you get My Faction is back, which I've honestly never touched. Your regular play exhibition, the universe mode, My GM, the My Rise has the two stories, and the showcase mode, which this year is featuring a focus on WrestleMania. In previous years, they've done like a career retrospective on Rey Mysterio, John Cena, etc., etc. Full creation suite this year. Create a superstar, your entrance and victory pose, movesets, championships, Money in the Bank. You got a custom video editor now, sign and image editor, custom matches, custom show, custom arena, all that good stuff. Online modes where you can get into the community creations. You can download other people's creator wrestlers, which is always a very good time. And then your options menu. So you're not going to probably hear any music during this, I don't think, because I have the content or creator safe mode on, so you shouldn't be hearing probably any music right now, because the soundtrack this year is curated by Post Malone, and it's been an eclectic bunch of songs. There's a handful I've recognized while I've been playing. Then there's like some Coulter Wall on there. But I guess before, let's see, this is day one, so the game was out today. Of course, some people got it early. I guess GameStop screwed up and sent out a bunch of codes to people over the weekend. I had a hell of a time actually trying to buy this game, because I wanted to get it from GameStop, but they weren't selling the digital version, so I ended up having to get it elsewhere. Let's see what's going on here with some custom superstars. Even though CM Punk is coming, he is traditionally one of the most popular downloaded wrestlers. So let's see, most recent. Well, we don't really care about most recent. Oh, somebody's doing. I actually do follow a bunch of like really good creators on social media, and sometimes you'll see their stuff in there. But let's see, most downloaded on day one. It's 9 p.m. the night the game came out. Okay, it's The Rock, Sting. An updated version of Karrion Kross, I guess an updated version of Roman Reigns and Jimmy Uso. I'm trying to see. Okay, so this is, so the creator here, you'll see that on the side there, what's the status? He always has some really interesting stuff. He digs into the game files and finds some kind of fully done character models that maybe aren't necessarily in the game. So I'll probably be messing around with some of his stuff. Yeah, because like Kathy Kelly has a model in the game that you could probably use to wrestle with if you get into it, because these are like some of the people that would be like as a manager type instead of a wrestler type. What else do we have? An old school Chris Jericho, old Kane, Mick Foley, Teddy Long. I love me some Teddy Long, playa. Then you got some AEW guys, Pentagon Jr. Sean Spears actually just came back to WWE after having a few years over in AEW, so kind of not surprising that he'd be in there. Swerve, regardless of what company you're really paying attention to in the world of wrestling, Swerve is definitely one of the most popular wrestlers in the world right now, and honestly my personal favorite guy to watch right now. So yeah, not surprising that he's in there. And then, yeah, Spider-Man 2099, famous professional wrestler. He was the guy that beat Hulk Hogan in the 80s. Kamala's in there. Love me some Kamala. So, yeah, a whole bunch of stuff. And then you'll see stuff like Cody Rhodes, who's already in the game, stuff like that. But, alrighty, let's head over. Let's try out that ambulance match. I played around with the casket match earlier, and I am assuming that it's the same button mashing mechanic. But just in case, we'll take a look. Let's see. What do we have? Where do we want to have an ambulance match? Lots of NXT arenas, the full slate of last year's WWE pay-per-view, or I'm sorry, premium live event arenas. A bunch of stuff that's going to obviously be unlocked during that WrestleMania showcase mode. I guess we'll just go with, I guess Extreme Rules would have an ambulance match, right? So we're gonna go to match rules. So you have the special guest referee, casket, and ambulance are your new ones in here. Returning match types, Extreme Rules, you know, basically just a hardcore match, backstage brawl, ladder, table, Hell in a Cell, steel cage, etc., etc., etc. But we are gonna go with ambulance. And it's a pretty solid roster this year, you know, kind of across the board. You know, a good mix of the NXT people as well as everybody that's, you know, on, you know, TV right now on Raw and SmackDown. Bunch of legends in there. Some actually pretty cool, like, legend choices, like Bruno Sammartino's in there. I'll be honest, I don't keep up with NXT, so some of these guys I am just totally unfamiliar with. But you know, it's nice to have a pretty wide range of people to choose from in there. But let's see, who do we want to have in an ambulance match? Who kind of makes sense for an ambulance match? Who we got? Stardust. That was part of the DLC that you can get a bunch of different versions of Shawn Michaels, including sad Saudi Arabia blood money Shawn Michaels. Let's see here. You know what? You know who actually I want to play around with that you know, probably had an ambulance match or two in his career. Let's go with Bruno. And I believe Superstar Billy Graham is in here. So why don't we kick it old school? Ambulance match between Billy Graham, Bruno Sammartino. I actually, you know, they were both, you know, before my time, but I actually ended up having some, oh, we've got some cool graphical glitches going on my screen. It's not affecting your video though, but
in WWE history.
Things are going haywire over here. I'm gonna have to see what's going on with that. I'm gonna skip this, we'll skip this. Boy, this is all sorts of messed up. Oh boy, I might have to pause this for a moment and sort this out. Let me see if it's just during these kind of cutscene type moments here. Yeah, it's okay. I will be back in a moment because it's all messed up. Okay, I think we are back. I had to play the match for just a few seconds past what we saw, but I think we are good now. I don't know what was going on. It's been a while since I've captured a console. I've been pretty much capturing everything through PC lately. So maybe just some weird Xbox setting or something, but we are off to the races now. Bruno and the Superstar Billy Graham. But yeah, what I was saying was I had a lot of old WWF VHS tapes when I was a kid, and there was quite a bit of stuff of Billy Graham on there. So even though he was, you know, before my time, you know, and certainly not, you know, contemporary while I was, you know, watching wrestling as a child, I was very, very familiar with him and always really enjoyed watching him. Bruno, I didn't really see a lot of stuff of until I was, you know, much older. But my dad, he wasn't really a wrestling fan, he would watch with me sometimes. He went to a couple of shows with me over the years. But he ended up with some like VHS compilation tapes that were pre-WrestleMania WWF, and some of it was even WWF stuff. So I watched a lot of footage as a kid of guys like Dominic DeNucci and you know, Ivan Putski and the Moondogs and the not the Head Shrinkers, the Wild Samoans, you know, stuff like that. So I had a really good appreciation for kind of the, you know, what we would consider, you know, legends now back then, because I was just exposed to it, you know, in a way, you know, before the internet and before having, you know, a massive WWE video library that you can access at any given moment. So it was kind of nice to have some of that. I've been a wrestling fan my entire life. You know, from what I have been told by my parents, it was probably about when I was about 3 years old when I started watching wrestling, and I really haven't stopped for a little bit in the early 2000s when I was getting into junior high and in high school. I've talked about this before. I kind of stopped playing video games as well around that time. So I was just focused on other stuff, and kind of stopped watching wrestling a little bit. But I didn't take much of a break from it. Probably only about a year or two, and then kind of got back to it. I was pretty bummed out after WCW and ECW ended, so wasn't a big fan of WWE's product at the time. So I didn't really watch too much. But Superstar looks like he's Bruno is up. Bruno is ready. Bruno is hairy, and he is ready.
To the outside.
What's Superstar getting? What's he got? Is it some devious plan? He's got a sledgehammer. Tim Taylor over here. going full elbowing on us. This isn't good. Bruno's he's the man of the people. Longest reigning champion. You think you could take a sledgehammer at him? Oh, I don't know about that. Push him off. Look at those legs. My God, those thighs. Right in there. Just dump his ass in there. Just what a fucking boot to the mouth. That's what it was back in the 70s, man. You just get kicked right in the throat. What do we got? A shovel. There's just a big shovel. And just right to the noggin. Shovel to the noggin. That had to have been somebody's signature move at some point, right? Oh, now we're getting shoveled. Oh, he just hurled it at us. How do we throw? I like to throw. Ooh, let's open it up though. Overall, my thoughts on the game so far, it plays fairly identical to last year's game. I haven't really noticed too much of a change. There are some changes here and there. I'm just trying to pick up the shovel, not interact with the thing here. So how do you throw it? Oh, it's just okay. It's just a beat. He just like hitmans that shit at you. Oh, we got an achievement for it. I just realized the colors are off here. Give me just a moment. All right, we are back and the colors are adjusted. I don't know what that setting is, but it happens when I switch between capturing PC and console. This is just tech support while we play WWE in the background tonight. Just hurl that right at his fucking noggin. Ugh. Wrestling the way it used to be. Just two large Italian men slapping meat. What do we got going on over here? Let's climb up. Hardcore icon and legend Bruno Sammartino frequently did things on top of a... Oh, nope. We want to go back up. He frequently did a lot of maneuvers off the back of ambulances and other, wheeled transportation. It wasn't strange to see this. There were a lot of paramedics in New York City in the 70s when they were working Madison Square Garden. This was a common occurrence back then. Let's see, what do we got? Oh, a rake to the eyes. Uh-oh. Oh, shit. Wait, can you submit in this? I thought it was an ambulance match. Oh, no. Look at that. Look at that sweat. Look at it glistening. Wind up and a big uppercut. This is what wrestling is all about, folks. Uh-oh, what's he got going on now? Oh, just throws him off. This is when you have to make your move. When you have to. Didn't Billy Graham have like tremendous back issues in his life? I shouldn't joke, he has passed away, but it's like, my God. I think he might be dead. So, Bruno Sammartino, famous for murdering his opponents back in the day. This has been a jaw-dropping. Nope, I wanted to throw him into the... He's just a lump at this point. Let's get him over in here. You go in. Just you go. Uh-oh. Oh! He bashed our booted foot into the door. Uh-oh. Oh my God, he hurled us in there. He just lawn darted a full-grown man. He's a father, I think. Uh-oh. Test of strength. Test of strength. Test of strength. Olympic men. Oh my God, I think I'm gonna have fucking carpal tunnel. Oh, we lost. Oh my God. Oh no, it's not done yet. My dog is like very curious what the hell I'm going on about over here. Let's throw him in there.
Now getting posted up in front of the ambulance doors, just motionless here.
Get in there, you rapscallion. Uh-oh.
Desperately trying to close the first of two. One door shot. We could be.
Did we do it? No, we did not.
Everything they've got. Come on, shut the thing, win the thing. Come on.
Oh my God, I need one of those NES turbo button things before I have a stroke. Oh my God, just a large muscular man exploded out of an ambulance all over my body. It's like that movie with Nicolas Cage and John Goodman when they're touching in a ambulance all night. Ooh, trading blows. I haven't seen this yet. This is new. Locks you in a duel of attacks with your opponent. To perform a strike, hold X and then release it when your meter is in the green zone. Okay. The gold zone appears as the mini game escalates. Stopping inside it will win it immediately. Oh, okay. Let's try it out.
Batten down the hatches. These two are loading. Oh man.
Oh, I was doing it wrong.
With the counter.
I was definitely doing it wrong.
Everything they've got. Counter from Brand.
He's doing it right. Yeah, I screwed that up. I thought I was on the left. Iron Jaw, what the hell is that? Oh, I thought I pressed it. I thought I pressed it. Apparently it did not do much of anything. Uh-oh. I don't think we're gonna make it out. My arm is shot.
Trying to force the first door closed. We've got to just have to make
Uh-oh.
sure to get the other door locked.
I don't think I have it in me.
Just close the second door and forcing them.
No, we're back. All right, we gotta stop this madness. What can we do to defeat this royal Adonis?
He's rummaging for some
Let's get a chair over here. I think in order to win this, you gotta do a lot of inner thigh damage. Is really what you're looking for. You know, every wrestler in this game has, you know, attributes. I think our swarthiness score is like something like a 9,000. Our haired thighs, you know, has a multiplier on it. So, you know, we're doing pretty good. You know, we have a good burl factor. I think we have a burl factor of 9. So it should be enough to close the ambulance now.
Trying to close this second door and win the match. Inches away from victory.
Oh my God. This is like endless. Oh.
Actually escaped from the ambulance.
What's it gonna take?
And Bruno is maintaining the edge of this one. San Martino just smothering his.
You need to throw him off the top again? Maybe. Maybe that's... Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, we're in bad shape.
For a Canadian backbreaker submission. Oh, gotta tap out here, but it ain't gonna matter. You still do a lot of damage, though.
Actually, I want to see what happens. What happens if I lose? It's an ambulance match, right?
Oh, this is just terrible.
So you tap out and then you lose? Like, I don't get it. Or do you just automatically not win getting thrown into the... No? Okay. Yeah, no, that's bizarre. Let's hit our finisher, which is the same move. Everybody back then, they didn't invent other moves for a while, so everybody just kind of did the same stuff, you know. Oh, he just got attitude adjusted right into the amber lamps. I didn't realize I was gonna have fucking Mortal Kombat test of strength all night.
And they're not ready to let this end just yet. Still more fight to be had.
I don't even know what that was. It looked like it just kicked him right in the knee. Let's climb back up. Let's see if we can throw him off again, and maybe that'll be enough. This is the longest ambulance match in recorded history. Oh, we just walked right off. That's fine. Let's head back up there. Let's see if we can get him to follow our lead here. Maybe taunt him a little bit, wag our finger in his direction. Look at us. We have biceps.
A chance to recover. My goodness, he's up there. This can only
Let's see. Just a kick right to the midsection. And just, power bomb him right off.
Oh my God, no.
All right, onto the chair. That should hopefully be enough. You would hope so. Nope, he's moving. He is alive.
Tossed into the back of the meat wagon.
Just close it on up. I was kind of hoping, I checked for the casket match. I didn't see anything. I was kind of hoping that there'd be like an actual like finisher for the match that would just kind of end it like immediately. I didn't see one anywhere online, and we've done it. We have done it. We have out-Italianed our opponent. Man, look at those pecs. They're just moist pecs. Just.
Doors locked and the ambulance leaving the arena. Such a display.
This is why I watch wrestling. All right, let's check out that WrestleMania showcase mode. Take a look at that after the longest ambulance match in human history. Welcome to WrestleMania, people. Oh, it's him. Yeah, people kind of talk about like celebrity involvement in WWE these days, but they kind of forget that it's been there pretty much since the beginning. The original WrestleMania, I'm sure I don't know if they will touch on it or not, but Muhammad Ali was there. I believe WrestleMania 1 is the WrestleMania had Liberace. Cyndi Lauper was involved. Those were like big name people at the time, and they continue to have fairly large, well-known celebrities involved with their events. So it's nothing new. And WrestleMania is coming up soon. It's oh boy, just a few weeks away. I think is it the beginning of April or the end of March? I honestly can't remember. I have not been watching a lot lately due to my work schedule. I now finally have Wednesday nights mostly free, so I've been able to watch AEW again. But WWE, it is kind of the way I've been for a few years now. I pretty much just watch the big shows. So the Ultimate Warrior nosedive the plane into the ground, Hulk Hogan. That was like a Macho Man. Boy, I'd love to go to a WrestleMania. I thought about trying to go to this year's because it's not too far away. It's in Philadelphia, and I've made that drive, plenty of times. I'm very familiar with the city. I really did want to go. And then last year when the tickets went on sale, it was just too much. It just wasn't going to work. With it being 2 days, that means an extra day for the hotel, to stay down there. And it was just going to be out of my price range. Someday though, I would like to attend. I've never been to a big wrestling event. I've been to an AEW. Oh, actually I've been to 2 AEW Dynamites. I've been to a SmackDown, but I've never been to like a pay-per-view or anything like that. It'd be fun to go to one at some point. For as big of a wrestling fan as I am, I've never really been to a big wrestling show. Very thankful though that I got to see some of my favorite wrestlers. Though there's a couple I was disappointed I missed out on seeing The Undertaker live. That would have been pretty cool. He ended up being at a show that I could have gone to but decided not to, unannounced. And so I'm kind of always kick myself for that. So we're not even starting off with WrestleMania 1. We're starting off with WrestleMania 3 with one of the greatest matches in WWE history. All right, let's go. So if you haven't seen this before, this is where they blend live action footage. They got to blur out Mean Gene. Geez, come on, give him some money, or his estate money, I guess. But they blend the live footage of the match with the game. They have a technology for it. It's like their boomerang technology or some shit. I can't remember. But it's fun. It's not like playing the game traditionally. You are just trying to reenact the matches. And they've done some twists with it over the years. Like when they did the John Cena one, it was all John Cena matches, but it was matches that he lost. So you were playing not as John Cena in every match, you were playing as his opponent. So that was kind of cool. This kind of all stems from, they did a game during the Xbox 360 and PS3 era called Legends of WrestleMania, where it was much more simplified gameplay. It was not like a sim game at all, but it also wasn't really quite arcade style like WWE All-Stars either. It was kind of its own thing, and I really liked it. It was a very short game. I remember I finished it in one sitting. But it was quite enjoyable, but it was kind of like designed to like, hey, you know, you're going to play these well-known matches and, you know, we're going to kind of take control for you in certain spots. And that's really what this is. They're pulling from that in a big way. And that was pre 2K taking over the game, if I remember right. And I like that game. You know, it's kind of a cult game at this point. It's not really well known in by a lot of people because it just kind of came and went. I don't think it performed particularly well with both critics and you know, people actually spending money on it. But it was fun. I enjoyed it. This is a great match. I grew up a huge Macho Man fan. Absolutely love him. Was always a Steamboat fan as well, but Macho's just the greatest. Okay, we are playing a Steamboat. So we need to reverse, dodge, or block, or break 3 of his attacks and taunt him. So let's see if we can do this here. See if we can reverse our stuff here. There we go. We got one. We'll taunt him. Oh, that didn't count. A little cocky there. Those of you that don't know, Ricky Steamboat's real name is Dick Blood. That's true. You know, I don't know why he didn't want to go with it. He used it at one point in his career, but didn't stick with it for whatever reason. I don't know. I guess Ricky Steamboat was just a better fit for him. Let's see here. Got an achievement here. Quick striking light combo attack. There we go. Let's see if we can dodge. No. Every time I try it, am I doing the right button for dodge? Controls. I am not. I have been pressing the wrong button for dodge this entire time. That makes a lot of sense as to why I'm not dodging. Trapped in the southeast corner. Earlier they just said top right, and when I was playing the game on my own time, and it's like, okay, I don't know what direction Detroit was in at that time, but I'm going to assume that this is the southeast corner. And this is where they, like, my hands are out the controller. People really forget that Savage really never let up. You know, in WCW, he was having, like, banger matches in the mid to late 90s with, like, DDP and stuff. He was just so much fun to watch back then. I think it's is it the Spring Stampede match? I think is the one of the classic matches against DDP. They had a couple. I can't remember if it was Spring Stampede or maybe I'm thinking of maybe Uncensored or something. Yeah, I don't think Macho Man was doing Spanish Flies back then, but you know, maybe, I don't know. I haven't seen every match the man has done. No. Oh, we gotta get back in the ring. It's nice to see we got George Steele. He hasn't been in a game in a very long time. It might have even been that Legends of WrestleMania game. Might have been the last game he was in. Let's get one of these heavy combos going here. Oh. Oh. The Weasley one. There we go. Buy yourself a little time for a breather by sending him to the floor. Okay. Why don't we dive on him, maybe? No, he's already up. Oh, big flying nothing there. You can't see it in this video because I'm just doing like the green screen for this. But if you watch my other videos where I have my regular camera on when you're seeing my actual office here, You'll note that I have a bunch of WWE figures in the background because I'm a giant nerd that collects toys. But I have an entire area of just a little shrine to Macho Man because he is, as they say in the business, quite toyetic. And they have made some really fun figures of his over the years. My favorite one of which was the Comic-Con exclusive Slim Jim Macho Man figure, which I couldn't buy fast enough. Hit him with a combo in the middle of the ring. Oh, I'm sorry. I thought it said outside of the ring. I don't know why I'm having such a hard time reading tonight. Spent the whole afternoon doing contracts, writing up contracts.
Savage's frustration led to him making a big one, charging at Steamboat only to be backdropped to the
floor. All right.
Steamboat finally had a huge
Let's get this W here, Steamboat.
And put Savage away.
All right. Get any of his limbs to major red damage. Fly at him with a dive off the top rope. Don't mind if I do. Get up, you son of a bitch. There we go. I will rule you. There. Oh, I don't have any of his limbs in the red. I was gonna say I have his body in red. Oh, they still have the limb targeting in here. I can't remember if that's actually still a thing. Is it? Spectate, grabbing combos, carried, dragging, object manager, reposition opponent. Huh. They used to have that like limb targeting system, but maybe that's gone and we just kind of have to find some moves that specifically target his legs or arms, which is fine. We can do that. Nice attack to the upper thigh. Once more for good measure. Nope, we're just gonna kick him right in the stomach. Drop kick to the head. All right, we gotta figure out how to. Oh, here we go. There we go. This'll work. A la Lance Storm, single leg crab, little Canadian maple leaf, ladies and gentlemen. Uh-oh. We're gonna have to kind of go back to the well on that one to. There we go. This is going to be the back or the arms, or nope, just an elbow to the bread basket. Oh, he's agile over there, isn't he? Little. We got to get him away from the ropes when we're doing this, because this isn't helping. Now, what's a combo that ends in B? Brain chop. That'll do. Oh, didn't do it. All right, what's a different one? Because that doesn't want to do it. XXB. Maybe just XB might be easiest to get out. Uh-oh. Big attack to the anus. Uh-oh, another one. My God, he's not going to be able to sit down for a week. Oh, geez, I didn't even notice that Miss Elizabeth was ringside. It's nice to have her in the game. Oh. We are, getting worked over here. Can't get these this grab combo to come out here. His regular X attack is just kind of not working right. Try it again. Let's do it. There we go. We did it. Southwest corner. I guess they didn't care about that. Just in really, really poor health. So yeah, we unlocked Ricky the Dragon Steamboat, and that's a picture of him from the 90s, not when this took place. But that's cool. You get a bunch of stuff. So that's nice. We got 14 out of 14 objectives. So yeah, that's they'll probably do it for this look at WWE 2K24, out now on pretty much everything except for the Switch. But yeah, a great game if you're a WWE fan, if you're a wrestling fan. I know some people don't like this game or this series because they feel that it's a little too cumbersome to get used to with the controls, but I think they've gone some pretty long ways in easing that a little bit. Some really good tutorials in the game. And yeah, I definitely recommend it. You know, I get these games every year, no matter what. So I don't know, maybe I'm biased, but yeah, I'm enjoying my time with it so far. I'm looking forward to digging into that My Rise mode. And yeah, that's going to do it for me. And we'll see you again real soon.